Feeling alone, kinda misty, waiting now for you to come. It's cold again, but I know we'll be warm, sitting by the fire and dream. Tell me again with a whisper.
Good morning, everyone. I was just telling Alex that our house is haunted because this morning I heard banging in the attic like someone was walking around. Anyway, here's my lovely breakfast. I've been having porridge for breakfast every day recently because it's that time of year, it's cold, and today I wanted to do a kind of like what I'm doing postpartum to feel better. I did a bouncing back video before and I just kind of talked about how this idea of bouncing back is a load of nonsense. You know, in terms of having a baby and looking after a baby, this is a period of time where you kind of give your body away to that person to help them and to support them and grow them. And, you know, if you're breastfeeding, that also is part of it as well. And, you know, if you're on maternity leave, all these things come into it. And so I want to kind of do a little bit of a series on what I'm doing to feel better, but also to sort of counteract this bouncing back nonsense, because this is not focused on the way I look or my body shrinking or, yeah, any of that nonsense. Just I'm out of the 4th trimester, I'm able to sort of gain sort of semblance of who I am again and do the things that make me happy and try and, you know, eat healthy food and cook from scratch and have balance in my life. And I feel like that's kind of coming back recently because of the routine I have, because my baby is 4 months now. So this is very simple. It's literally just porridge, oats with oat milk. And then I always do like a sort of berry coulis where you just buy frozen berries, always have them in the freezer, and then you just cook them in the pan with some maple syrup and cinnamon. I do have a recipe for this that you can follow along, but I just absolutely love this for breakfast. And I swear I've heard on the grapevine that porridge is really good for milk supply if you're breastfeeding. Don't know if that's 100% scientific, but I have heard this. And I have a really big bowl of it. I don't think about portion sizes, I don't think about calories. I'm breastfeeding, I need to eat, and I'm making sure that I'm eating to my appetite. I'm not thinking I shouldn't have this or I shouldn't have that or I shouldn't listen to it. And then after her first nap, I'm gonna try and make it to the gym. I didn't make it to the gym at the weekend because of going out with my friends on Friday, and then Sunday, it was my dad's birthday, so it's sort of a different weekend than usual. So I'm gonna go today instead and take you along, and it's a really liberating feeling going back to the gym. I've been loving it so much, so I'm actually really looking forward to it. It's now 10:30 and this morning hasn't gone to plan, which is all part of it. She wouldn't go to sleep for a long time. She was feeding for a long time and then was being fussy. So I have a meeting at 11, so I'm gonna move my gym to after the meeting. I find this really difficult. I find this kind of change in routine difficult because I love a morning routine where I have like a set kind of series of things that I do. So it's been something that's been kind of humbling. I've had to sort of adjust to, and that's why the gym hasn't happened until now, which is totally normal because I'm only like, you know, 4 months postpartum. It's probably quite a good thing for my character to learn that. And the app I use, which is Trainwell, they have the option to move your workout, which is a new kind of part of the app, which I really appreciate because you can keep your streak. So I'm able to move my workout and change things basically day to day if things change, and not feel bad about it because it's life and life happens and you can only do your best, and that's what matters. And I think this stage is more about me just giving it my best shot. I'm in my outfit. I thought I'll put my clothes on so I'm ready to go. Doing a bit of work, trying to catch up on boring admin on a Monday, and yeah, Alex is lying upstairs with her. Hopefully she's gonna have a nice long sleep. And we're off. So she started to wake up just as I was leaving. I went to get my headphones and then she was waking up in Alex's arms, but that's his problem now because I'm off to the gym. And like I said, I'm going to be using the Trainwell app, which I have been using. I feel like surely it's been 2 years now, because I definitely used it for a year before pregnancy, and it really got me back into the gym. And my trainer Jill is incredible. She's just been such a support, getting back into exercise originally, navigating pregnancy, and then now postpartum. So I had a catch up with her probably about a month ago now, and just spoke about how my life was now with Eloin, and how I wanted to do, to begin with, 1 workout a week in the gym, 1 workout at home. And she was great. She very quickly got me a new routine, because like I said, I hadn't been in the gym for quite a while, because I exercised throughout my pregnancy up until probably, I feel like it was maybe like between 30 and 35 weeks. I don't actually remember. The last basically couple of months I didn't exercise. And that was me listening to my body, to be honest. I know that lots of people on the internet say, you know, keep exercising throughout pregnancy, which is really great advice. But I think there should be a caveat that unless your body says not to. And towards the end, I really felt this overwhelming feeling of, no, you shouldn't be exercising. You should just be walking and stretching, not doing any sort of strength training. And that's what felt good for me. And I'm really glad I listened to my body, because I think that that was the right thing to do. So it's actually been quite a while since I've been exercising. I guess maybe like 5-6 months then. I'm so bad with figuring that out. How long has it been? So it would have been, let me just think, so August, July, August, September, October, yeah, about 6 months that I haven't really been exercising. And I went back to the gym the other day, and that was, well, when I first started going back after she wrote the program. And it was really easy because she'd made it so approachable. She'd made it nice and short, so I could quickly go and come back, because I was nervous about leaving and going to the gym. And then the ones at home similarly have been great. In fact, I think I filmed the other day me doing my workout on Tuesday, and I absolutely loved it. So it's very easy to navigate. It is a workout that your trainer will make specifically for you. Mine has warm-ups included, and then different sets, and then a nice stretch at the end. And I explained to her how I wanted it to be very easy to get back into the gym. So it's just using dumbbells with a really good starting weight. So I think we're literally starting with just 5 kilograms. The focus is not on to like build strength, it's just to get back into the gym, because she asked me kind of about my goal, and it was to just build my fitness back up, stretch, because my back aches a lot at the minute from sleeping and from breastfeeding, and to just sort of get my confidence back. And I think I might speak to her again actually about going to the gym potentially more than staying at home, because I like the feeling of getting out of the house rather than doing it at home. I feel like I have missed it so much. I've missed the feeling of exercise, and even just that escapism of listening to music, you know, moving your body is just so important. And for my mental health, it's something I've always done. It just is the number one thing that makes me feel better straight away. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll take you through the workout today and put like kind of what I'm doing on screen for you so you can follow along. And I would really recommend Trainwell if you are looking to get back into exercise, or you don't have a specific program. I have found the periods of time in which I don't have like a program to follow, I find the gym not very fun, not very motivating. I don't see much progress in terms of my strength going up or my fitness improving. It just makes the biggest difference. It makes it very motivating. You can get your streaks of how often you're going. You can adapt it constantly, like having basically having a personal trainer just on your phone. It's just so easy to use. I just use it on my phone. I used to use it on my Apple Watch, but I don't really wear my Apple Watch anymore. So you can use it on a smartwatch where it just connects and it buzzes, so you don't even have to look at your phone when you need to move to the next set. I just use it now with my headphones and my phone, and it just guides you through it, so you do not have to think. It's timed, so it's kind of keeping you accountable, and I just absolutely love it. So I'm going to stop raving about it, but I do have a discount code with them. So you can basically just take a quiz to find your perfect trainer, and then you get 14 days free. So you get a trial period, which is excellent because you can see if the workout works for you, if you like the app, if you're you know, matching you with your personal trainer really well, you have that kind of connection with them. And I just think it's an excellent way to get introduced to it so you can see if it fits you. So why not? It's 14 days for free. Give it a go, see if you like it. I would highly recommend, especially if you're postpartum or you're coming out of a funk and you need that motivation again. So let's head to the gym because I'm on a ticking timer here, and I'm going to blast some really good music on the journey there. workout is done. I feel so boiling hot. I've been getting these like hot flushes. That felt so good. I feel so much better. I just wanted to stay there. I was like, finishing up and I was just feeling like I wanted to stay. I don't know why. I want to actually start maybe using the machines and using like the squat rack and stuff again, because I'm using like dumbbells and smaller weights. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe I need to give it another month of just kind of taking it easy, but it feels so good. I've missed it so much. One of the coolest things about the app as well is that when you do the workout and you click submit, you can give feedback. So for example, like I just said, I'm feeling the urge to up the ante. I can do a little toggle to show whether the workout was a little bit too easy or a little bit too hard, and that feedback goes straight to Jill, my personal trainer, and then she can adjust it. So I think I'm going to send her a message basically saying, is there a way we can sort of like maybe incorporate some machines or just increase the weights, because I'm really feeling like the motivation while I'm in the gym, and see what her feedback is. She may say, let's give it another few weeks just to get you used to it first, and then we can start doing that, or she can change things. And it's just so adaptable. I feel like I'm constantly speaking with her and adapting things, which makes it so fluid, and I think that's why I've used it so consistently for so long. Obviously I work with them and I'm working with them today, and it's fantastic I get to do that, but outside of working with them, it is such a big part of my life and has been for years now, and it's amazing that I'm able to return to it now. And I think that's what I love about having them as a brand partner, is because they're something that I would pay for and use outside of it, because I absolutely adore it. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, that's just one of my favorite things and I really enjoy it. So just reminder, you can click the link and you can get your first 14 days for free, take the quiz, see how you like it. I really recommend. I'm gonna go home though now. It looks like she is still asleep, just looking at the monitor. I'm gonna maybe blast some Wicked. I still haven't seen Wicked. I want to see it so bad, but I'm trying to figure out how to make that happen. This is a Monday and we get our food shop on a Tuesday, so I'm kind of running low on food. Don't know how though, because we just did a food shop. I just obviously wasn't very smart. There's no vegetables.
Oh.
Well, there's a bit of pepper.
Oh no.
Anyway, there's leftover rice from last night, and then this Tiba tempeh that we got in Lidl. So I'm gonna have that with some frozen peas and also maybe a bit of pepper, and just chuck it in a pan. And I did make her upset because she had a big bogey hanging out of her nose. Maybe this is TMI. But I went to get it because it was like she was getting frustrated and she moved, and then I think I hurt her, and then she got upset and then she wouldn't feed. So now she's babbling away on the floor. Alex was enjoying Tame Impala with her. I think she's loving you today over me.
Horrible mummy. Evil mummy.
I actually found some mushrooms, pepper, spring onion, so I'll chop these two.
Nearly 4 months.
So I have a really whopping bowl, it's the size of my head, of food, and this is for the person in a video. I think I did like a healthy, I think the title's like healthy meals as a, you know, new mum kind of thing. He's playing the piano. Who commented about my breakfast being 600-700 calories. I've no clue how many calories was in my breakfast, but number one, you shouldn't ever shame anyone else for the amount of calories they're eating in a meal, or pretend to know what calories they might need. It's different for everybody, and also calories does not equal healthy, or that's not an indicator of health. And also, if you are breastfeeding, you need to eat a lot more food. I think there was a study that recently came out showing that they were wildly underestimating how many calories breastfeeding mums actually needed on top of their maintenance calories. I think they realise it's actually closer to maybe like 1200 calories or more. I will try to find the specific information and leave it linked below, because off the top of my head I don't have it, but it was very interesting, and it just confirmed to me that I'm listening to my own bodily cues. I'm not counting anything, and that is very, very validating. I did that during pregnancy as well, because I feel like the general advice is like, oh, only eat this many calories above what you usually do. And I understand they obviously want people to be careful to not gain too much weight, because that can cause health issues in pregnancy, but I really think that you need to listen to your body. I'm such an advocate for that. So I'm breastfeeding and I need to eat a lot, and this is what I'm gonna have. I mean, I don't know how much I'll get through that, we'll see. But I'm 6 foot tall, so I'm a very large person, and I am breastfeeding a baby, so I need more than the average person would do, and I have to listen to that and not pay attention to anything else of what other people are eating. You could be someone who eats way less than other people, and that makes you feel full and satiated. I really recommend don't compare yourself to influencers, to friends, to family, and really just blur out that noise when people comment things like, oh, your breakfast is 600 or 700 calories. Did you know that? That's not healthy. Just block that out, because it is just not necessary. Have an education about nutrition, be sensible and be aware of your body, and that is where it ends, and you need to know what's best for you. Nobody else knows that. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my lunch and we'll see how much I get through. This is the first time going out in the carrier with her like awake. She's just woken up, and I thought she can have her like awake time looking around. She's loving it. She's got a scarf on. What are you trying to say?
Come on, Bob, do you want to go through the puddle?
Hey, Bobby. Three, 2, 1, go.
This video I've really presented myself beautifully. I want to have a bath tonight, so
Oh, great.
I haven't showered, but I am eating these sour fruit cheese Susie Snake from Lidl. So delicious.
Where's the Marmite's gone?
I threw them away, they're stale.
You throw them up.
Don't take them out of the bin. Alex, don't take them out of the bin. Because they're stale. No.
It tastes the same.
You don't.
You do, it's a bit stale.
You know you've been outed on the internet for eating those out of the bin.
And? You've been outed for food waste.
grapes and yogurt.
So that you can make a sandwich.
No thanks. Alex, seriously? Alex cooked dinner. So we're having arrabbiata pasta, really easy meal, and a butter and cheese. So this pasta is also the size of my head. Looks very good. It's got the nice fancy pasta shape. Alex is weird and he doesn't have cheese on his.
No.
Just delightful. Good evening. I feel completely and utterly exhausted. I've just filled up my Belvitizer with some milk and tried to tidy the house somewhat after my baby decided to take 2 hours to sleep. I think the 4-month sleep regression is hitting hard because she's usually, or recently, she's been much better at getting to sleep. Again, I feel like my life is talking about her sleep, I'm sorry. But it reminded me of when she was a newborn. It took me back. She hasn't cried me rocking her in so long. So it was a bit jarring. I was like rocking her, usually she just makes her kind of low battery, like and maybe like cries for a second and then stops. She was crying, like screaming, crying, and I was like, I don't know what's wrong. She's just so tired. This time they have so much development. And actually, weirdly, the last couple of days, her alertness is so much more. And she's making all these gargling noises, and she's like I can almost hear her voice more. And even the kind of babbles she's making are kind of like guh sort of noises. And she just seems more alert and more communicative. So that's obviously what's going on in her brain, why she's so tired. So I'm exhausted. So I've just been tidying up the house. Where have they gone? I was snacking on Skittles. And I just had these rainbow belts. One of the best things Alex and I did was get a treat drawer. If you want to like neutralise your relationship with snacks, if you have an issue like overeating, binging on snacks, that kind of thing, treating like, oh, I have to have it out of the house. I've been there, done it, doesn't work. Get yourself a treat drawer. Whenever you fancy treats, buy them, put them in the treat drawer, and then it means you can just have them a little bit when you want them. It's so bizarre. Like at first when I did it, I think I definitely used to eat the treat drawer more, and it was one of those kind of like last little things. There's always things that come up when it comes to like food and body image and emotional eating and stuff. You know, there's always things to learn from as time goes on. It was kind of one of those leftover things for me, is when Alex would buy treats, I just kind of want to eat all of them in one go, and I'd feel sick and I'd be disappointed because I wouldn't have any chocolate for the next day, for example. But yeah, ever since having a treat drawer, it means we've got like biscuits, chocolate, crisps in our treat drawer, and we just buy them whenever we fancy them, or they're on offer, or Alex goes to the shop, and it just means you can just dip in and out when you fancy it. When I'm like, I just really want some sweets because I've had a long evening, I just had 2 little rainbow lace things and a handful of Skittles, and I'm good. Like, I used to have to eat the whole packet of rainbows, which sometimes I do as well, there's nothing wrong with that. But the kind of like crazy urge and desire is no longer there, because, I don't know, because it's been neutralised. And I used to follow people who used to say, you know, don't keep that kind of food in the house, don't keep UPF in the house, don't keep snacks that are junk in the house, because out of sight, out of mind. For me, it just makes it more tempting. You can always go to the supermarket, so I don't really understand that mentality, because you can still go to the shops. Like, I can do a supermarket shop for my week. I used to do them, make them really healthy, and then midweek I'd go to the shop and buy bloody snacks because there were none on the weekly food shop. Now I buy snacks with the weekly food shop that I used to view as bad snacks. Yeah, because my body has grown a person and is now sustaining a person, it does put your mindset in place. It does do something to you, like to change your mindset. I just posted a video on Instagram about bouncing back and how, like, I've literally grown a person for 10 months. I have pushed them out for 3 hours and I fed them for 4 months. Why is it that I've been told by society that I have to bounce back to the body that hadn't done any of those things? Is that not bonkers? Why are stretch marks, soft tummies, round tummies, you know, stretchy skin, wider hips, why are those things not celebrated by society? Because I'm pretty certain if we lived in a matriarchy, they would be, because they would all be signs of the miracle of life. And they would be celebrated. Women would, and men would say, wow, that's a sign that your body created life. And that's really cool. That's a really cool thing. You know, it's a development in lots of women's lives. Lots of us have children and our bodies change. And when I look at those stretch marks, I remember being so afraid of getting stretch marks in pregnancy. And even when they arrived, I was like, oh my gosh. I wonder if I can show you, because I feel like this is the worst lighting. This is going to be very vulnerable for me to show you. But I have stretch marks on my lower belly here, which haven't really gone away. And they probably won't ever go away. I remember being so afraid of that because I'm like, oh gosh, once you've got them, because I do have them from like gaining weight in the past, and they're still there. They're just like silvery lines all over my body. And I have them all over my boobs, from my boobs growing for breastfeeding and from pregnancy. And weirdly, when they arrived, I was really like, oh my goodness, no, they're getting worse. I was really scared. But weirdly, since having them, it's like a kind of cute reminder of when she was in my tummy. And sometimes when I'm breastfeeding her, I'll be holding her and I can then see my stomach and my stretch marks. I remember taking a picture once, or just seeing my stretch marks, I think beneath her hand or something, and thinking, oh my gosh, that's from when she was inside and now she's outside and I'm here with her. And it's just messed up that we are convinced that a red line on our body is like a bad thing. The vanity of that is bonkers, isn't it? When it created life, it should be like a battle wound because it's beautiful. Not that it's not even come from battle, has it? It's not come from something negative like war. It's come from something as beautiful as creating life. Anyway, those are my musings for the evening. I'm enjoying making these videos for this series and taking you along with me. I feel like my body confidence has changed so much since having a baby. Maybe that will change in the future, maybe that will dip. I definitely still have noise in my head of like, oh, I should lose weight, or I should do this, or my body doesn't look like it once did. Like in the gym today, I remember catching myself in the mirror and seeing my boobs and how saggy they looked and how big they looked, and being a bit like, oh my god, I look older. So I'm not immune to it. I still feel those things, but I'm really determined to take care of myself and do the things that make me happy, like going to the gym, like cooking, like eating sweets, like spending time with family and friends and getting outdoors, and all those things should matter more than trying to, I don't know, bounce back to the body you once had, the life you once had, your personality that you used to have, the way you used to see the world. It's all changed and it's all a evolving experience, and I'm so excited for it because it's actually made me happier than anything else has, to be honest. I've never felt more clear-headed in my life. I still feel anxious, I still feel down, but it's like it goes away so quickly. I feel like a normal person. I'm like, this is what normal people experience. They get anxious about something and then an hour later they feel fine, or they feel low when they wake up in the morning, moody, and then later on that day they feel fine. It used to be constant for me, so that's a miracle in itself, and that's something to be celebrated. So I'm gonna make this hot chocolate in my velvetizer. I'm gonna put some cocoa powder in it as well. This is the one I've been using from Smalt. I think they sent this to me. Why is it making that noise? Oh my god, please don't avoid the baby. Oh my gosh, I think it was on wrong. I've scared the living daylights out of me. Anyway, check out Trainwell if you are interested in getting back into exercise and finding a trainer to get you on a program. You can try it out for 14 days for free, like I said. And I'm actually going to go to the gym again tomorrow morning if I have the time, fingers crossed. And I'll see you in the next vlog. We're getting so close to the end of the year. I can't believe it. Bye.